Hi guys, welcome back to the channel guys. Well, it's almost 8 p.m. at night. I'm using a black loose dress, long dress. So guys, I feel like having something sweet, but I don't want cake. I have cake on top of the table that I baked for a family get together on Sunday. I want to make some cheese Danish. Yeah. My husband is at work. He'll get out at 9, so by then they'll be done. So guys, let's make some cheese Danish. For the dough, you're going to need 2 1/3 warm cup of water, 2 1/3 whole milk, room temperature. That's in the fridge. I gotta take it out. 4 tablespoons of sugar, 3 teaspoons of instant yeast, which I have here. Okay, let's see. 1 1/3 teaspoon of salt, 4 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of unsalted butter cut into pieces, half a teaspoon of, I don't understand that. Anyway, half a 1 stick of butter of unsalted, softened egg wash for the egg. For the egg wash, you're going to need egg and, of course, a little bit of a splash of milk. So I'm going to leave you the instructions in the description box. So yeah, guys, right quick, I'm going to tell you: add water, milk, sugar, yeast, salt, and flour into a bowl and stir it together in a bowl. And then mix at low speed using dough hook for 2 to 3 minutes or into well combined. Add 3 teaspoons of the butter, soften in pieces at a time. Start mixing it together and speed mix 3 to 4 times into butter is incorporated. All right, guys, so I'm going to combine all the wet ingredients, then I'm going to bring you guys back. Guys, this is a repeat recipe. The reason why I look at my recipes every time I do them is because I have so many recipes in my head. You know, I ran a kitchen for 20 plus years, and everything in there when it comes to the bakery and the food service department is all combined together. So yeah, guys, I'm going to clean this. I have a pot in the sink. I want to wash it, get it out of the way, and then we're going to move on to do everything here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna start adding the stuff on the bowl. I already got the milk and the water and the sugar. Now I'm going to add the quick rising yeast. So we're going to let that work, all right? I don't know where I put the top to it. Oh, Lord. Where did I put the top? Oh, sorry, guys. So, I want to make sure the sugar actually mix really good with the yeast, because that's what's going to make the yeast activate. All right, meanwhile, I got my flour here. Let me get that. I'm telling you guys, small kitchen, that's what happened, disasters. Well, not really disaster, but you know what I mean. So guys, before I continue, This is an open collaboration called Just Get It All Done. So I'm going to get this done, and this is hosted by the Prater Live. I will leave the link to her channel in my description box below, so you guys can go and check her out. Guys, you know, there are some people that say, oh, you need to wait for your yeast to activate. I know it works. I just did not even 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a banana nut bread, and it was excellent. So, no, what did I use it for? It was for something else, but it works. It's good. Guys, it's raining. It's been raining all day. Anyways, let me get a little bit ahead of the game, and I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to sift my flour, and I'm gonna go to my recipe. I gotta get my salt, my vanilla extra, and cut my butter, and then we're gonna take it from there, guys. I'm not gonna worry about sifting the flour because it's not a requirement, but just make sure you do measure it right. Because if you don't, things don't come out the way it's supposed to. So you need 4 cups, okay? 4 cups and a 2/3. So that's 3. I'm gonna get that mixing. I got it on speed 2. That's 4. And a butter. And I am going to take some flour out for the counter. And also, I'm going to start adding my butter. So I know, guys, have you ever decided that you want to have something to eat and instead of want to buy it, you want to make it? So this is it, guys. Let's start adding some butter. And guys, it calls for unsalted butter. That's how come you gotta use salt. Then you're going to start increasing your speed. Alright. So I'm going to let that mix really good. Go over your ingredients. So let's make sure the water, the milk, the yeast, the salt, the flour. Mix in slow speed using your hook. Of course, you got the salt there. And mix 2 to 3 minutes until everything is well combined. Add 3 teaspoons of butter, which I already did. Cut into pieces a little bit at a time, but I already did, doesn't matter. Mix for 2 to 4 minutes until butter is incorporated. So guys, I'm going to let it mix for 3 to 4 minutes and I'm going to bring you guys back. All right, guys, I'm going to make the cheese filling. It calls for 1 block of cream cheese. I don't have it. I got exactly a half. So 2 egg yolks, the half a block of cream cheese. I calls for a quarter of a cup of powdered sugar, but I'm going to add 1 cup. And yes, guys, I'm going to eyeball it. So, you know, for you to be specifically, you could just measure. Actually, I added a cup and a little bit more than a cup. And also it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, so now I'm going to use my hand mixer. I have my dough resting on the bowl. So I want to mix this and get it out of the way. And then we're going to move on to do the dough, guys, to start cutting the dough. You don't want your dough to be too thick or too thin. Okay. But you want to have some dough in your Danishes. And this dough is going to be stretched multiple times. This is not a dough cutter, but this is what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to measure them like this, and then I go over with the knife and I cut them, guys. I need like a giant cookie cutter, and I do not have. I could make one with a can. I do have one that I made from a tuna can, but it's for biscuits. But I want one to do my Danishes. So let me cut this and we're going to continue. I'm preheating my oven at 350 degrees, guys. I already made my filling here. Okay, so let me cut this, set them on the baking sheet, and also the egg yolk, because you need to egg yolk for your filling. So you're going to take the egg whites and you're going to mix them with 1 little splash, so basically a teaspoon of milk, and you're going to stir because you're going to need it to brush your Danishes. And you can add sugar on it and the filling. So when I get to that brush, I'll bring you back and we cross it together. Hopefully I have enough for all of them. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough, but all right, guys, the oven is already preheated, so let's put the first batch in the oven. And I'll see you when they come out of the oven. So that's what it looks like. So let's go into the oven. So you're going to bake them until they come down nice and golden brown. Well, I'll see you in a little bit, guys, and we're going to have a taste test together. Meanwhile, I'm going to clean this mess. Guys, it is so funny. My husband came from work early. He said it was dead. My husband worked for BJ's, but he said it was dead. It was not busy at all. So everything got done early. Guys, my husband and I think so much alike. I'm telling you guys, we think so much alike that I'm going to show you why we think so much alike. Mm. See it here? He brought home Danish. These are my favorite, one of my favorite cheese, and this is my favorite. And if they are both together, even better. Blueberry muffins. Blueberry muffins. This is how much we think alike. I do know how to do the muffin as well, but my Danish are done. Well, the first batch, I was cleaning and talking with my husband. I have 6, 17. I made 17. I still have some dough in the freezer. I made a nice ball. I wrapped it in plastic, you know, the shrimp wrap, so I could make a pie with it. So I could leave it there up to 2 months, long as it's frozen. And I make my Danish to be thin, not to have too much dough, because sometimes you take a bite out of a Danish and it's nothing but dough. I make mine thin. I'm making some tea. This is the first batch. Like I say, guys, I make mine thin, nice and golden brown underneath. So good. So it is so good. You know when you're craving something, and a lot of people tell me, you eat all these sweets and you bake all these sweets and you don't gain weight. As long as you work out, you eat it in moderation, you will be fine. This, you can always take some of these Danishes and freeze them, guys. Just one time. But this will not last here. These 2 boxes will not last here for a week. Between my husband and I, yeah. Well, I'm making tea. So guys, I'm going to leave it like I always say. Be kind to one another. Don't forget to smile. Overall, stay safe, stay healthy. And remember, God loves you, and I love you too. And we'll be into the next one. Bye-bye.